Hello guys and gals, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, we are trying to resurrect my YouTube channel after almost a year of a hiatus, but we are going back to Football Manager and the lower leagues of England. We are managing Dunkirk. We did a stream, very short stream, just to set up the save, get going, go through the summer, and we're almost at the first game of the season. So here's some highlights from the stream just to introduce the new save, and then afterwards we're going to do the first game of the season. We are just going to go through the club. I haven't really looked at anything yet. This is the club page, of course. We are playing in red. That is our main color. Let's just quickly take a peek around the club here. So we are playing in the Ulsport United Counties League Division 1. That is a mouthful. In the 10th tier in England. The club was formed in '46. So yeah, they are a semi-professional club. Yeah, they're worth £2,000. So this is what I feel is just amazing with these small clubs like this. Yeah, of course, they don't have any cash, they don't have any money, they almost don't pay any wages at all to the players. Almost everyone are amateur players, but they still have fans, and that is the cool thing. So, Night 46, yeah, we are poor as hell, of course. We have Carlton is our fierce rivals. Carlton is in, I think this is the division above us. Yes, it is. So Carlton is yeah, they are in a division above, so if we get promoted this year, we can maybe play Carlton next year. We have some other rivals as well, Long Eaton United, Arnold, Heanertown, Hucknall Town, and Jedling Miners Welfare, okay. Some real crackers of names there. We're playing our games at Ronstill Sports Ground in Nottingham. Great picture. This is the essence of Tier 10 non-league football. We have actually some silverware as well. 2 English East Midlands Counties Football League trophies in 2010 and 18. We don't have that much cash, £213. That is not too much. We have a wage budget, and almost half of it is gone already. And we have a squad. It is actually a good mixture of amateur and part-time contracts there, so well, that is all right. Seeing we actually have a decent striker. Oh, he's 16 years old, that is a youngster. A couple of good attacking midfielders, some decent midfielders and wingers, and that is it. That is almost it. We have a goalkeeper which is decent. Let's take a look from the ground here, because there's some trees and bushes in the way, but you can see that it is a bit. It seems a bit newer than on the pictures. You can see the Dunkirk F.C. badge here. Let's see if you can get in here. Nope. But it seems like a pretty decent training pitch, to be fair. I think we're gonna end it there, guys. We've done most of the preseason stuff. Okay, so we are back, and we're at the start of the season, and we're gonna take a quick look at the club, the transfers we made, and the competitions we're gonna play in. So, first things first. I already did this recording once. If you just noticed that we already have played a game, because we won our first opening game against Clipstone 4-0, so that's a good start to the season. We are going to do the second game today anyway, though, so we get a game on the episode. And that is away against Barrow Town. But first, let's go through the transfers and stuff like that. So we've been... yeah, so we'll have to make a lot of transfers this year. So the only guy left really in the team from the team we inherited is our captain, our vice captain, I mean. That is Lavelle White, our fullback, and he is a decent guy. I think he's going to be a good player for us this year, one of our star players. I'm quite satisfied with that. We still have our original keeper as well, but we are looking to do an upgrade there. So let's see what we can get. So transfers. First of all, we've just got rid of a few players. These are all amateurs players, and we've also released quite a few. Probably going to do a bit more as well. There's a good exodus from the club. But that means there are space for new players, so let's start at the top here. So first of all, we transfer Shane Hamilton, and he is a centre back. We didn't have any centre backs when starting out with this team, so he will be a good addition. Great technicals, good positioning. Physicals is not good, but he's 37 years old, so he's an older guy. And you'll see that old players is a theme in our team now. Then we have the 41-year-old Welsh Gareth Gelman, and what a name! And he is a great fullback for the left side. Just a great player. I think he's our captain as well. Has one under-21 cap for Welsh, for Wales, I mean. Yep. Next up, Sam Worrell. I'm really excited for this guy. Our coaches just rate him 3 stars, but I think he's going to do bits. He's going to play in that Carrilero role in their tactic. Just going to go through the tactic after the transfers as well. Then we needed some wingers, as we were a bit thin in that department as well. So Theo Sjöberg is our first one. He's actually just a fringe player, but I think he's going to feature quite a lot this year. Great physicals, and yeah, he has the technicals I want from a right-sided winger. Next up, another defender, Chris Scott, 37 years young. He has a bit better physicals than the first defender, also great technicals, so this is one of our first team players. Some good mentals as well. Next up, Connor Wheel, another central defender. Actually decent at fullback as well, so he will maintain the role as a sub for both those positions. Pretty average guy. Yeah, not much to say, really. 2 stars. Then on loan from Shepton Mullet, Cedric Rostand. He's a left-sided winger. And although his physicals aren't that good, his technicals are, so I'm thinking this is a guy we can use as an impact sub. Well, that is actually his expected play time as well. Then we have Papa Steve Jones, 45 years old, Northern Irish international, or previous international. I hope for God's sake that he's not playing international football anymore. 39 caps and 1 goal for Northern Ireland. He's going to be a good addition for our attacking 3 positions. He can play all of those positions, so I'm going to start him out on the left side, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Really good overall player. He will also give some experience to our younger players. And what a haircut. What a haircut. He actually came through He started out in England in some smaller clubs, but he has played in League One and Championship regularly, so I think this is a good pickup. Through Alexandra and Burnley. Had a stint in Scotland as well. Yeah, he's a good signing, I think. Then on loan from Crawley Green is Brendan Cowell, is a target forward. My coaches just rate him 2 stars, but I think he's a bit better than that. And there's a thing I need to fix here, because if you can see here, the current ability for him is probably a bit more, but I think this is the coach. No, this is the coach who rates him at 2 stars. This is probably the scout then. So there's some differences there. So we need to fix that. But anyway, he will probably be our first choice striker for a time. He's a really good target forward, good in the air, strong. Yeah, he's got it all. And lastly, Jamie Leckie from Northwich on loan as well. He's an okay defender as well. He'll be a sub. So we'll see some features from him this year. Not much more to say. He's not the best player. So tactic-wise, we are doing a 4-3-3. And I'm counting all of the 3 top players here as attackers. So I want those players to be able to play in most of these 3 positions. With that said, target forward needs to be a bit stronger. So we'll take a look at that. We have a
triple midfield. That is because I want to be playing a control possession style of tactic, and I want to play more centrally as well. So we are doing some fairly narrow playing here. So we kind of want to utilize our midfielders. We also did change this passing directives to much shorter in the game, and that worked quite well. Yeah, so it's a pretty standard controlling possession tactic. So that is what I want for this, to have the most possession of the ball, and then get the ball up to our attackers. One thing though, so this is a slightly pressing tactic, but as you can see, we have a pretty low defensive line, and that is just because all our defenders are just so slow. So we need to compensate for that, unfortunately. But yeah, so that will be nice. We also have a more defensive tactic, which we will use when playing better teams. So this is a pretty standard Route 1 4-2-2, a bit more defensive. So it's always nice to have a couple of tactics in hand. So going forward, we're just going to get into the game, I think. So the main things we're going to have to keep an eye on this year is finances. You can already see that we're down in £8,000 in the red, and we are under our wage budget, but yeah, the cash racks up quickly, and of course staff wages is a thing. So this is a thing we need to sort out, because we already have too many staff. So what will be important for us this year? Of course, our board wants automatic promotion. That means winning the league. So that is our aim. Yep, promotion by winning the league. Finance-wise, I would like to get far in the FA Vase, but because that will help us financially. So that is a goal as well. So this third cup here, the United Counties League Challenge Trophy. Oh, that is a mouthful. That is not too important for me this year, I'm thinking, because we need to take care of our finances and our expectations. So without further ado, let's get into the game now. And seeing as we have an injury for our standard defensive midfielder Andrew Scott, Conor Wheel is going to have to do a job there, fortunately. The new guy, Lecky, is suspended. Okay, so he must have had a suspension before signing for us. So all of these guys are just probably horrible players. We are trying to sign a new defensive midfielder and probably some more subs, because we don't have that many players. But let's see where we are at, and let's get into the game. We are now 4th favorites to win the league, and so we have our work cut out for us. We will have to see where we end up at the end of December, I think, to more closely see where we might end up at the end of the season. So there's no transfer window here, so we can sign players all year long if we need to. But I want to have most of my players at the start of the season, so they can get some good team cohesion. So that's our goal. I'm going to play the first game on extended highlights, just to take a look at the team and see how it works. Okay, so we are playing away against Barrowtown. I think they are one of the favorites to win the league as well. So this is a good test for us. So far, I'm really enjoying Football Manager 2023. There's always small changes for each year, and but the biggest one for me this year is the match engine. It just feels more immersive and is more realistic, if you like. Yeah, so there's just some small, great improvements in the match engine. So that is my main point for actually. Oh, that's a horrible goalkeeping error. Yeah, so that is my main point for actually buying this game. The improved match engine. Let's just see here. So, yeah, that is a horrible goalkeeping error. So we're 1-0 down against Barrow Town. Let's see if we can get a goal back. So we didn't do too much changes to the tactics in the last game, but I'm thinking going from a more balanced mentality will often work for us, because then we'll have a bit more time on the ball, I think. So let's just try that. We are having a very good amount of possession though, so that is what I'm after. So now is just the time to convert that possession to actual chances. So you can see things like that. They are playing pretty deeply in the defense, so we can't really get through. So we need to take a look at that. Maybe we should play a bit more out wide, but we can check that later. So that was actually a good chance, but the cross was horrible, so we didn't actually get a shot on goal. Let's see where that gets us. Whirl up to Jones. It's a corner. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, so I am very glad to get back to making a YouTube series. I am going to try to at least get 1 episode out a week. 2 is my preferred amount, but yeah. Seeing as I'm streaming 2 times a week as well and having a full-time job, we'll see what we have time for. But yeah, I didn't really release too much content for Football Manager 2022 because, yeah, I didn't have the time. So that was unfortunate. We started, I say, with Drum Chapel in the Scottish 6th tier, actually, or 7th tier, I can't remember. But that was amazing. But yeah, I just didn't have the time to continue that series, unfortunately. Okay, so we are having much of the ball, and we're having some good shots now and chances. So I'm looking at the positive outcome of this game. Let's see here. No more goalkeeper mistakes is my main goal for this first half, or this game rather. So let's see, Hamilton. Up to Hindley, to Jones. Yeah, so I'm playing that old guy, 45-year-old man. Jones out on the left side and Sjöberg on the right. Oh, and there's the first goal. Levi Moore with his first goal of the season. Levi Moore is also one of the guys who were at the club when I took over. He's just 16 years old, so yeah, I don't think he will feature too much, but it wouldn't hurt to give him some game time. And seeing as he actually scored now, he's a good player, so I think that will help with his development. So that is nice. Let's just give him some encouragement. Free kick from Moore, just outside the bar. Okay, there's our first half. I think we can afford going a bit more attacking in the second half, so let's just try that. Yeah, we have a good amount of shots. I'm not going to take Sean Hamilton off because both of these guys are just not that good. Our third choice defender is actually playing as a midfield now, so we can't really afford any subs. Okay, so this is our problem now. We need to balance finances and have more players. So how do you do that? Well, you get players in on loan, I think. So getting players in on loan is my main target for the time between this episode and the next episode. So we need some more people on the bench, really. And a first choice defensive midfielder, that is our goal. What kind of free kick was that? It was a deflection. Okay. The corner for Jones. Straight out of the final 16. Nice. Okay, so can we do some changes now? Let's just go back to positive. Oh, I almost thought that the ball went in there. Because we are having the most shots. Can we do any changes? Who's our guys on the bench? Gareth Bucket is actually a good one. Could put him in for Sjöberg. Let's just try that. He doesn't know the position too well, but we can try. I'm going to change him to an inside forward port, and let's go fullback attack. Both sides. Let's just go fire up the guys a bit. There we go. Nice. Bucket scored in the first match. Oh, almost. So in the first match, we actually won 4-0, and we had 4 different goal scorers, and that is what I want to see. Goals coming from all over the formation. So, of course, I want the strikers to score, but if you can get goals from everywhere, that means our tactic is working quite well. So I am... Oof. I thought that was a penalty first, but fortunately he just hit the crossbar. So I would be satisfied with a away draw against Barrow, because I think they are one of the favorites to win the league, so not too bad that. If you can get a win, that would be excellent, of course. Oh, turnover, but Gilliman gets it back. Up to Jones. Into Worrell. What is that? Okay. Straight up to Wiggins Thomas. Oh, okay, get to him. Oh, it's a long shot, but won't saves it. Oh, that could be dangerous. Just gonna take off Jones now because he's dead tired, and put out Cedric Rostund. Same for Sean Hamilton. All of these guys aren't that good. You're apprehensive. Let's use Lee Blake Nixon. Let's just see here what we can do. What are you doing, new defender? He just let the ball past him. So this is the evidence that we're playing in the 10th tier of the English football pyramid. The quality of the players aren't always that good. Okay, so oh, don't you dare. Oh, great save I want. Oh, I would be so mad if they scored 3 minutes into extra time. Corner, last chance for Barrow Town. Did he get a new corner? What happened? He's just wasting time like hell. Good punch by the keeper. Okay, 1-1. We could have won the game, but I am slightly satisfied with the draw here, so that's okay. I'm going to tell the players I'm disappointed though, so they need to up their game a bit. Okay, but 4 points for the first 2 games. That is a good start, I think. New team. More scores on DB. Marshall spotted. Yeah, sure. Good. Okay. So the goals for the next episode. We're gonna have to sign more players, and all of them on loan, I feel. Maybe we should splash some cash on a defensive midfielder. But let's see what we can afford then. And we are going to play a few games. I want to focus on the FA WAS, so we might get back for the first qualifying round, unless it's a very poor team. And then we'll do a 2-game... These games are on the same day. This will eventually be rescheduled, I guess. Yeah, so we will do a 2-game episode for episode 2. So I'll try to do 1 or 2 episodes a week, as I mentioned. We might also take the save to Twitch sometimes, actually stream some of this save. So if you enjoy my content and want to follow along with this series, follow me on Twitter first of all, because I tend to post there when I am going live and streaming, or when I have a new episode out, or yeah, stuff like that, updates. Also, check out my Twitch channel, give me a follow there if you want to watch me live. I haven't been doing Tuesdays and Sundays, 7 p.m. streams. That is my two days of streaming, and mostly that will be still Cities Skylines, which is the game I'm streaming nowadays. It's really chill. So come and hang out in the chat. But we might also do more streams, as I'm saying this, because it would be nice to have this save live on both platforms, both in episode format and in stream format. So we'll see where we get with that. But anyway, that's it for this episode. If you enjoy my content, please give me a subscription or a follow. Put some comments down in the chat, or in the comment section rather, if you have any ideas for these save. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.